got 4 dogs, and hopefully we can have some good running. But we're just gonna see what kind of race we can have. We ain't been on here in several days. I apologize about that, but hopefully we can get back to doing a few live feeds. The turkey season's over now, so we got 4 dogs out here. We got 2 new ones. We got Ram and Jasper. Ram's running, but Jasper's he ain't never started. Uh, they're both brothers. They're only 9 months old, so hopefully it won't take us long to get Jasper running. We'll probably have him for a pretty good while. Then we got Train and Bean out here with them. So hopefully we can have a decent race today. Right here's Ram. Right there comes Jasper. Train's right over there somewhere. But you can see all the grass and stuff starting to green up and grow up a little bit. We've got a lot of new pups at home that we're going to be running in the starting pen. It's a little cool this morning, but just down in the 40s, but hopefully it'll warm up that a while and we can have a pretty nice day, looks like. Hopefully we can have a nice race. We've had a couple pretty good races already this morning. I'm hoping we can have at least one more good race. We've been having some pretty good running. What days I've been running, I've just been doing videos, but I've been adding on to her kennels at home for the last couple of weeks, so I kind of took a break and ain't been running near as much. The dogs are hunting good though. They're right over there in the brush. I just want to thank all y'all for being out here with us today, and hopefully we can have a decent race. The young rabbits are starting to come out now, and we've been hitting a few of them. You have a little short race when you hit them, but it's getting that time of year. They're coming out now. I'd say some of the big dogs have still got heavy with litlins, but a lot of them's done had litlins. There's Bean. They're getting up pretty good size, so their dogs are starting to jump them every now and then, but usually they have a terrible time trying to run them. Here comes Train. Hopefully down through here somewhere they can jump a rabbit. We can have another good race. We used to have some pretty good running down in here. The Ram runs pretty good with them, but Jasper, he stays right with them, but he ain't never started barking yet. He'll go right through the brush and everything, but sound like they smell one there. Well, there's Train. I was hoping we'd have a jump one there pretty quick. May take them a minute to get it figured out there. They definitely smell one there though. Or one's being or something. we're going to try to get back to at least doing so many live feeds a week. I ain't sure exactly how many, but we'll try to at least do 2 or 3 a week, or maybe more than that. We'll just have to kind of wait and see how it goes. I'd like to start doing them on the Saturdays for sure. I don't know what you mean there in your checking account, but sound like they're trying to get it figured out there. We'll walk on around through here where we can get a little closer there and maybe be able to hear them a little better. I hope that's a big rabbit, not one of the little rabbits, so we can have at least a pretty good race out of it. But while we run these 2 pups, we'll probably just be running anywhere from 3 to 4 dogs at a time until we get them going good. And then we'll throw some more dogs in with them. I just don't want to throw too many in with them right now and them just getting tuck off. But hopefully they'll get this track here figured out here in a minute, and we can have a good race here. We're having a terrible time with it though. Hi there, how are you today? There's Jasper. They're right over there in them Briars and stuff. They should jump that rabbit in there somewhere. Now here's Bean beside us. She's one of our older females. That's Ram over there. They're having a terrible time trying to find it. That could be one of them little rabbits that's just now coming out. They have a terrible time trying to run them. Now they ain't having much luck. I think Train's right there and them Brawlers right there. But I do appreciate all y'all being out here with me this morning. And hopefully before we get off here, we can have a good race. I think they give up on that one. Hopefully I can find another one up through here. I think trains went right back over through that way. Rams right up there. Not sure where Bean went. I think she may be, yeah, she's back here behind us. We usually have some really good running here. Like I said, earlier, before I went live, we had 2 pretty good races. But you never know about hunting. I mean, some days you have some really good running, and other days you won't. I mean, I guess that's part of hunting. But usually up here, we usually at least have a few good races. Hopefully we can have a good race today. But we was talking about earlier, one reason I ain't run much the last little bit, I've been adding on to her kennels. There's trains open again. But I've been adding 8 more stalls onto my kennels. Pretty good race there. Sound like they're having a little trouble pushing it, but getting it to move. But now, at least we're having a decent race. Sound like they're getting him lined out there now. I want to just thank all y'all for being on here with us today. But like I was saying there a while ago, I'm adding on I added on 8 new kennels, 8 new stalls to my kennels. That puts us up to 20 kennels now. I still like building the boxes on the back, but at least we pretty well got them finished. Then we pulled the divider fence out of the starting pen and made it 2 acres now, so it's a lot bigger. So I think that'll make it a lot better on running the pups there at the house. Well, about started to say they'd hush, but I guess they just broke down there for a second. I may do a live feeding one day there at the house and show y'all all the kennels and the starting pen and all that. Then Mindy that we talked about a while back, that we took her and had her bred. She's getting way along on pups. She should have pups by the end of the month, so I'm excited to see how many pups she has. They're running that one pretty good. That big ram pup's got a real mouth on him. You can hear him when he barks. He's real loud. He's doing pretty good just to be 9 months old. Sound like they're breaking down quite a bit. They're having a little trouble running this morning. I think I've heard that other pup in there bark a time or two, but I'm not 100% sure. Now they're breaking down a lot on it. They're having trouble running. I don't know if that's a big dog rabbit or they're having trouble finding the scent on them this time of year, or what's wrong with them. Unless it went to the hole right there. And I've sprayed all of them for ticks and fleas this year and give them a flea peel. This time of year, ticks are really bad. You gotta stay right up on them, on them ticks and stuff. But I just give Train and Bean and all of them a flea peel the other day, a tick for ticks, and but I sprayed them and sprayed all their kennels and stuff a couple weeks ago. Well, probably about a month ago. That spray I use, it works really good. You just got to keep spraying them, like once a month, but it's that Plantium 10, I think. Now it does real good. Well, I heard them open there again, but they hushed. I just wonder if that track ain't about over. We've took on several new dogs. I think we're up to about 16 now. We got a lot of young pups. We're going to try to train and find them a new home. A lot of them's grade pups, but a lot of people don't care if they got papers or not. I like for them to have papers on them, but be registered. But a lot of people just enjoys getting out hunting and stuff, and a lot of them don't do this competition hunting stuff, and they don't care if they got papers or not. I hear a train again. I thought that track was about over, but I guess they figured it out. This ain't been a bad race, but they're breaking down a lot on it. I don't know if it's a young rabbit or if it's a big doe, heaviest Litlands, and they have a terrible time trying to run them. A big dew on this morning. I'd just like to thank all y'all for being out here with me again. I do appreciate all y'all being out here. They're still running it. Well, they're breaking down bad on it too. I was guessing that's a little young rabbit or something. Because they're about half, a lot of them's about half grown now and already out on their own, so. Well, dogs has a terrible time trying to run them until they get up a little size. Well, they're having a terrible time though. At least we've had a decent race though. I think that's Jasper there. Or not Jasper, Ram. We just hope it's right. Or he's just 9 months old and just started running. They're capable of jumping anything. Good morning, hi there. We having a little bit of running today. Not the best running there was, but it ain't too bad. How are y'all today? It kind of worries me when these 9-month-old pups open up on their own. You never know what they're opening up on. Well, so that train's gonna back him, so he must be right. If he ain't right, train won't back him. That's one thing I like about training. If these young pups or something does something they ain't supposed to be, he won't fool with them. He'll go on his own way. Then you know Them pups are doing something they ain't supposed to be. They having a terrible time trying to run it this morning. There's an old shooting house right up there. It usually goes to the hole right up there around it. There's Train. They're having a time trying to run this one though. I'm trying to straighten it out there a little better. But I think we've had a pretty good morning. We've had a decent race so far anyway. Now they've sure had a terrible time trying to run it. They broke down a lot. But I just want to thank all y'all again for being on here watching and being out here with me today. At least we've had like I said, a decent race. But I think this race is about over. Like I was saying earlier, they usually go to the hole when they get up there around that shooting house somewhere or another. So I wouldn't doubt if that there ain't went to the hole. I hear. Yeah, I see him coming off the hill. I figured that's what happened there. I hear. Now for two pups would come on. I hear. train and bean back. Right here! See, I think that's Ram coming off the hill there. All we like is Jasper. I think he's right behind him. We'll walk them on around through here and see if they jump another one, or however morning goes. Train went right up the hill right over there. And hopefully we can jump another one, but if not, we've had a pretty decent morning. We've had a race, so that's better than not being on here and not having no race. Come on, right here. A lot of times they jump one right in here. Train, right here. Get in here. Get in here, right here. Usually a pretty good spot right in here for them to jump one. And I don't think it'll take Jasper long to start opening up. Like I said, I kind of wondered if I didn't hear him open a time or two today, but I can't be for 100% sure. And we got some more pups coming this week for the starting pen too. I know we got 4 supposed to be here Monday. Then the other boy's supposed to bring one. I don't know for sure what day he's coming. I seen one day this weekend, and I think we got 5 coming next weekend. So we got plenty of pups coming to run in the starting pen. I mean, it's growing up and getting a lot taller and a lot better now. The grass is, weeds and stuff's getting higher, a whole lot higher on it, and we pulled that divider fence out and it's a lot bigger now, so that'll help it a lot. Well, it's like train's opened on another one. Figured that was a good spot for one to be setting. Guess we'll see what kind of race we have here. I think they got excited and overshot it. There's Bean there. I'm having trouble figuring out where it went, but I think they may have got it figured out there. Pretty good race there. There's one of them pups barked. I think it was the ram pup. We've had 2 decent races today, so it ain't been a bad morning at all. And I jumped a couple before we got on here, so that's 4 today, so that's not a bad day at all. Now it may have went straight to the hole, though. That may have been a young rabbit, because they go to the hole right up on top of that hill like that other one did. They've got 2 or 3 different places up there they can go to a hole, evidently. If it did, I'd say it's a little young rabbit. It wasn't a very big rabbit. Usually them big rabbits run for a while. Well, that sun's coming out and feels good. But I just want to thank all y'all for being on here with us today, and I'm just glad we had some running. At last day we done a live feed. We like to never jump on. Yeah, they're already coming back. I'd say it was a little young rabbit, and it went straight to the hole. Well, I think we'll call today here, and like I said, we'll try to get back on here and do some more live feeds, and hopefully we can start doing 2 or 3 a week and have some pretty good running. I just thank all y'all for being out here with us today, and I'm just glad we did have a couple races while we was on here. But I do really appreciate all y'all, and if you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel, and hopefully one Monday or Tuesday next week, I don't know what the weather's going to be. Hopefully we'll be back on here and do another live feed. But until then, we'll see y'all the next time. Thanks again.